Maggie had invited her friend to stay through the weekend, and the offer had been gratefully and rapidly accepted. Maggie thought Jude seemed relieved, but didn't push it. Jude wanted to hear the story of Maze, how it began, and the cases they had worked on, and the more she heard, the more interested she became. By the time they sat down to dinner on Friday evening, she bristled with excitement about the new case. "If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know," Jude said. "What about talking to the medium again? Might there be further information?" Maggie shook her head. "We know Claire Lewis well enough now to know that if there were, she would have called." "I can check," Zaylar said, "just to be sure, although I agree with Maggie." "Let's do it Monday, first thing," Maggie replied. "Nick will be back and he can give us some detail." "If there is any more," Zaylar said. "He's told us what he knows." "Can someone tell me, please?" Alice asked. "It sounds interesting."
"And me," Bob added.
"Okay," Maggie said. "To summarize, the client is called Delilah Sadler. Her mother died a couple of months ago, and she's just gotten around to sorting out her mother's effects she'd boxed up and put in the loft after her mum went into a dementia care home. She found some papers that had been there longer than the recent effects, amongst which she found a postcard from London, postmarked 1939, with the words "Lo siento mucho, Helen." No signature, addressed to Delilah's, or should I say, Lolly's, because that's what she likes to be called, grandmother Helen McAllister Stewart. She also found family birth, marriage and death certificates of her grandmother's siblings, including a birth certificate for a brother called Brodie. Neither she nor her sister had ever heard about Great-Uncle Brodie. She'd always thought her grandmother had 3 siblings, not 4. So she did some research, and what she found has horrified and traumatized her and her family. So grandmother Helen was one of 5 children, a boy called Brodie being the youngest. The others, in order of age, were 2 older brothers, Malcolm and Lewis, and 1 younger sister, Julie. Now, here comes the traumatic, horrifying part. Their father was a sadistic, drunk wife-beater called John McAllister. In 1927, he attacked his wife Grace, beat her to death, and did a runner. The police caught him and he was hanged, but that's not a relevant part of the story for us. The 2 older boys were aged 17 and 16. They were left to fend for themselves. The other 3, Helen herself, Julie and Brodie, were taken into care. Brodie was 5 or 6 at the time.